Welcome to ancient Egypt, the land of mighty pharaohs, mind-blowing architecture, and more sand than your last beach trip. Buckle up, because we're about to time travel back thousands of years to a civilization so advanced they built wonders we still can't explain today. Our story begins over 5,000 years ago when a bunch of people looked at the Nile River and thought, yup, this is the place. And honestly, they had a point. The Nile was like nature's personal delivery service, bringing fresh water, fertile land, and a steady supply of fish. It also provided something very important. Mud? Yeah, you heard that right. The rich, fertile soil from the Nile's annual floods allowed the Egyptians to become farming pros, growing wheat, barley, and flax like it was nobody's business. Then came the pharaohs, basically ancient influencers, but with absolute power. These guys weren't just kings. They were believed to be living gods. Imagine a leader today saying, "I'm literally the son of the sun." Yeah, good luck with that. But being a pharaoh wasn't just about wearing gold and pointing at things dramatically. It was stressful. They had to keep the gods happy, the economy running, and the occasional rival from staging a coup. No pressure. Pharaohs weren't just rulers. They were divine intermediaries. They built massive temples, commissioned statues of themselves taller than buildings, and even had elaborate tombs designed to ensure a comfortable afterlife. Some of them, like Ramses II, were ultimate show-offs, carving their names into temples just to make sure nobody forgot them. Others, like Hatshepsut, has proved that gender was no barrier to ruling. She rocked a false beard just to emphasize her authority. Then there was Akhenaten, who is the pharaoh that decided to flip the script and introduce monotheism, worshipping just one god, the sun deity Aton. It was a bold move, but let's just say his reforms didn't last long after he was gone. And let's talk about the pyramids. These giant stone triangles weren't just massive flexes of power, they were tombs built to ensure pharaohs had the ultimate VIP afterlife experience. How did they build them? Well, we still don't really know. Aliens? Probably not. But thousands of workers. Genius, engineering, and sheer determination? Absolutely. The Great Pyramid of Giza alone consists of about 2.3 million limestone blocks, each weighing as much as an elephant. Imagine carrying an elephant 2.3 million times. Speaking of genius, Egyptians basically invented writing hieroglyphics, which was like emoji language but way fancier. They used it to document everything. Laws, prayers, even the occasional "I told you so" in royal decree. And yes, we've actually found ancient Egyptian complaint letters. One guy was very upset about a delayed shipment of copper. Turns out, even in ancient times, customer service was a struggle. And let's not forget their medical skills. Ancient Egyptian doctors were ahead of their time, fixing broken bones, performing surgeries, and even using honey as an antibiotic. Meanwhile, medieval Europe thought leeches were the answer to everything. Yikes. They even had medical textbooks. Imagine a doctor flipping through a scroll, mumbling, "Ah, yes, let's cure this headache with crocodile dung." Yeah, not all their treatments aged well. Life wasn't all work and no play. Egyptians knew how to have a good time. They had music, board games, beer, and of course, lots of cats. In fact, cats were so sacred that if you harmed one, you'd be in serious trouble. Ancient Egyptians walked so cat lovers today could run. They even had pet cemeteries. Imagine mourning your cat and giving it a full-on mummification process. Now, that's dedication. And can we talk about fashion? These folks were dripping in style. Men and women both wore makeup mostly to protect their eyes from the sun, but also to look fabulous. Their favorite, kohl eyeliner, Cleopatra's winged liner, iconic. They also loved jewelry. Gold, lapis lazuli, turquoise, because why not flex on the afterlife? But Egypt wasn't just about pyramids and parties. They were a powerhouse. With chariots, archers, and some seriously impressive battle strategies, they weren't afraid to throw down if needed. Just ask the Hittites. The Battle of Kadesh, still one of the most famous military clashes in history. And Ramses II, being the ancient PR king, declared himself the winner, even though it was kind of a tie. Never let the truth get in the way of a good story. Oh, and the gods. Egypt had a lot of them. Ra, the sun god; Anubis, the jackal-headed guardian of the dead; Osiris, the god of the afterlife; Isis, the mother goddess; and let's not forget Thoth, the god of wisdom and writing, basically the patron deity of nerds. Each god had a specific role, and Egyptians believed in keeping them happy through offerings, prayers, and massive temple complexes. If something went wrong, like a bad flood or a lost war, people assumed the gods were ticked off. Priests worked full-time to prevent that from happening. Religious festivals were a big deal. Imagine a huge parade, but instead of floats, you've got golden statues of gods carried through the streets while people sing, dance, and feast. Priests played a crucial role, acting as caretakers of the gods, performing daily rituals, and making sure the divine order mat was maintained. Mat wasn't just about balance in nature. It was the cosmic principle of truth, justice, and harmony. Pharaohs were expected to uphold it, or things could go south fast. The Egyptians took their religion seriously. Their entire lives revolved around pleasing the gods because nobody wanted to get stuck with a bad afterlife. Imagine spending your whole life preparing for a final exam, where failing meant being eaten by a crocodilian hippo hybrid called Amit. Talk about high stakes. And don't even get me started on Egyptian math. These guys were calculating the volume of pyramids and figuring out fractions thousands of years before your math teacher made you cry over algebra. They even had a decimal system. Meanwhile, other civilizations were still figuring out how to count past 10 without using their toes. Fast forward to the end of ancient Egypt. The last real pharaoh, the one and only Cleopatra. She was brilliant, powerful, and had more drama in her life than a season finale of your favorite show. She spoke multiple languages, charmed Julius Caesar, and played 4D chess with world politics. But in the end, Rome came knocking, and Egypt lost its independence. Sad papyrus noises. But ancient Egypt's legacy? Oh, it's everywhere. Pyramids, still standing. Hieroglyphics, still being studied. Their obsession with cats, stronger than ever. The influence of Egypt shaped future civilizations, from architecture to medicine to storytelling. So next time you see a pyramid, remember, this wasn't just a civilization. It was a legend. If you like this kind of videos, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share for more Echoes of the Past Today videos.